Okay, so right now, for us all, it's very difficult, very challenging times, and there's a lot happening that we don't want. Yeah, and I think every day we can generate a mind of, I don't want this. Can I go on holiday? Maybe, maybe not, but I don't like this. I don't like not being able to go on holiday. Can I, go shopping for clothes and things? No, I don't like that. Can I go and see my friends? No, I don't like that. Can I go out for a meal? No, well, I don't like that. It's like all these things that we so want to do, and it just feels like we can't do any of it. And so our mind responds to this with, I don't like it. I don't want it this way. I don't like it. At the moment, my world is appearing in a way that I do not like, and I do not want it. Yeah. Now, this, if you think about this feeling of I don't want it this way, I don't want it this way, then it creates like a lot of resistance, doesn't it, within the mind to what's happening. Now, sometimes this I don't want it this way can be helpful, because then we work towards change. Yeah, but what's happening in our world at the moment, we can't change. We don't have the individual power to change the laws of lockdown so that we can perhaps engage in the things that we want to do. So this feeling within the mind of I don't want this, I don't like this, is only serving to cause us mental tension. Right? So this is like when we don't want something, there's a resistance, isn't there, in the mind? The mind is resisting, right? So, and this resistance creates a tension and a stress within the mind. I do not like it. I don't want it like this. Yeah. So it gives rise to instant negative thoughts. Yeah. So all this feeling of I do not want this, all it's doing is creating resistance and then producing lots and lots of negative thoughts. And these negative thoughts are just slowly draining our mind, aren't they? Each time we have this way of thinking, it's draining our mind. Now, if we allow our thought processing to be, I don't like this, I don't want it, I don't like it, I don't want this, and then this leads to other thoughts, other feelings, all in the same way. What we find is that we mentally start to spiral downwards into quite a bleak, hopeless space. Yeah, and it feels like everything is bleak and everything is hopeless, and I feel completely exhausted with living in this COVID world at the moment. Yeah. Now, thinking in this way, I don't like it, I don't want it, and then allowing lots of negative thoughts to arise, it has no function other than to cause us mental pain, to drain us of energy, because it doesn't solve the problem. It doesn't solve it, does it? It doesn't matter how much, we can jump up and down in the middle of a shopping centre that's closed and say, I do not want this, I do not want this. And we can run around banging on every door, but it's not going to change it. Yeah. So this build-up of I do not like this, I do not want this, is not a solution. Right? It's a habit that we can get into, but it is not the solution. So if we're waking up in the morning and the first thing we're starting to think is, this world as it is, I do not want it. Yeah, you can see how that will then just give rise to lots of other negative thoughts, lots of other negative feelings, but it's not helpful. Like if it was helpful, then it's fine. We can keep going in that way, but it can't change it. All it's doing, all it serves to do is actually cause us mental pain. Yeah, because this way of thinking creates tension, tightness, stress, a feeling of hopelessness within the mind, and we become very, very unhappy. And then from this unhappy space, we've then got to do our jobs, or we've got to look after our children, we've got to, cater for our responsibilities, we've got to look after ourselves, and we are not going to do a very good job because we are so depleted by our way of thinking. Yeah. So what my plan is to try to help us to rethink things a little bit, so that by rethinking things we can train our mind to move in a different way, move in a different direction, and in this way actually give rise to energy within the mind and not deplete it. So, at the moment, for everybody, it's very challenging and we're quite restricted externally. And we can do all the, the things like going for a walk and doing exercise and eating well and all these things, of course, very important to look after yourself during these challenging times. But I'm sure you'll agree it's not enough. Still, the mind's feeling quite heavy, feeling quite tired, and a lot of anxiety, a lot of worry, So in each class, I just want to pick up on certain possibly bad mental habits we're developing during this time that's actually giving rise to or increasing the tension and negativity and tiredness within our mind. And this evening we're going to look at resistance. Okay. Anyway, before we do that, what I'd like to do is just to lead a very short breathing meditation. So each class, we'll begin with a short introduction, then I'll do a short breathing meditation, and then I'll talk about whatever particular topic I think will be helpful to us at this time, and then we'll end with another meditation.